प्रभु तव मूर्ति विनोदकारी पलपन विसरे नहीं जो विसारी जुगल चरण सोल चिन्ह जेह नजर समीपे रहो अमारी एह नजर समीपे रहो अमारी एह स्वामीनारायण भगवान जय ठाकुरजी महाराज जय सद्गुरुदेव जय. Our utmost dear, the idol that has been served by Adi Gurudev Sadguru Shri Muktanand Swami, Shri Thakurji Maharaj, our divine Guru Parampara, the path maker to our liberation, Vala Puja Guruji, and all of you Bhaktos, Jai Swaminarayan. Jai Swaminarayan. Welcome to another edition of Q&A webinar. Let's see who our participants are for today. Shriji Bagat NJ, second timer. NJ Bagat NJ, second timer. Jai Swaran Bhakto.
Jai Swaran Swami.
Jai Swaran. Jai Swaran. I'm glad you combed your hair today. Jai Bagat. Anyways, so as I usually do, before I start off with your questions, I would like to kind of do a little bit of icebreaker, ask a couple of questions of my own to you. So, Puja Guruji was living in New Jersey here for the past month of December, and I'm sure there's a lot of experiences. Shriji Bhagat, can you share an experience of Puja Guruji while he was here? Something that you witnessed, something that you saw, something that you liked, and it can be anything. Go ahead. Did he hear me? He did hear.
So
okay. All right.
something I saw Guruji do was during US seminar. Guruji would be doing a lot of preparation during that time, and would more preparation than rest.
Okay. Yes, that's correct. He would not rest. He would prepare for the presentation that he would be delivering at nighttime. Very good. Jay Bhagat.
I came to stay at Mandir with the other bhaktos, and Guruji took out his time from his own day to come and give us chocolate milk prasadi.
I remember that.
I enjoyed that.
Yes. Guruji gave by his hands. Very nice.
Yeah.
Second question, favorite Thakurji Maharaj darshan. Shriji Bhagat, go. Can be a vaga.
I like the diamond vaga.
The diamond vaga, huh? Very well. Jay Bhagat, yourself?
Yeah, I like the diamond vaga as well.
Control C, control copy. Favorite Mandir food? I love this question. Favorite Mandir food of all time? Jay Bhagat, go.
I don't really have one, so.
What do you mean you don't have one? You eat jamon chokaran?
Yeah, son. It's just food.
Just food. But you don't have a favorite Mandir food?
No.
Nothing at all? Everything is good?
Sure.
You eat at home everything as well?
Yeah, for the most part.
I mean, Jamaru wouldn't bashu. Shriji Bhagat, go. Favorite Mandir food?
Favorite Mandir food is pizza.
Of course. Very good. Awesome. Since you guys are now... I'm sorry?
I was going to say they should bring Maggie to Mandir now.
Maggie? Can we eat that?
That'd be nice.
Maggie?
Yeah, they should bring...
Meaning they should
they have
make it there. Okay, we'll put in a request. How's that sound? Okay.
That'd be good.
Okay, good. We can eat Maggie, right? Maggie Jaman? Maggie Jaman? I don't even know. Yeah? Yeah? You eat Maggie? Good. All right, done. We'll do something, yeah? Awesome. All right, let's start with the questions. You know how it works. You ask the question. I answer it to the best of my abilities. Shriji Bhagat, I'll take you up first. Go ahead, buddy.
Swami, my question is, What does true surrendership mean on the spiritual path, and how can I incorporate it into my life?
Very good. What does true surrendership mean? Surrendership meaning in Gujarati samarpan, right? What does it mean in the spiritual path? Very good. And how can I incorporate it into my life? Very simple, straightforward question, but very advanced answer for this, okay? So while I was thinking about your question here, I was thinking about my 9th grade history class. As a freshman, this was years ago, okay? I'm not going to even tell you the year, you're going to laugh. But I took history class in 9th grade, and they teach you about presidents, right? They teach you about like Abraham Lincoln and George Washington and John F. Kennedy, right? Yeah. So John F. Kennedy said something in his inauguration speech that I remembered that I could include or incorporate in your answer for this question. Let's play that video.
For you, ask what you can do for your country. My fellow citizens and so my fellow Americans, ask not what your country can do for you, ask what you can do for your country. My fellow citizens of the world, ask not what America will do for you, but what together we can do for the freedom of man.
Okay. Shri Bagat, I played this video. Did you get anything out of it? Regarding your question?
Lagging on my side.
I'm sorry?
The video keeps lagging on my side.
Lagging. Internet issues? You have internet issues?
I'm not sure.
Jay Bagat, how did you see the video?
It was lagging a bit, but I could kind of understand it.
Okay, play it one more time.
And so, my fellow Americans, ask not what your country can do for you, ask what you can do for your country. My fellow citizens of the world, ask not what America will do for you, but what together we can do for the freedom of man.
How about now? Better?
I think I'm on my side.
Okay, that's okay. So in this video, John F. Kennedy said, ask not what your country can do for you, ask what you can do for your country. Have you heard of this quote before?
No, I haven't heard this.
You have not heard this. What grade are you in?
I'm in 9th grade.
Okay, you still have a couple months to learn history. I'm sure you'll learn it, yeah? I learned it in 9th grade. I don't know what grade you'll learn it in, but they teach it in United States history. Jay Bagat, have you heard of this quote?
No, what?
You're in what grade?
9th as well.
Same answer. You'll learn it in a couple months, or at least as you go down the road. Now he said, ask not what your country can do for you, but what you can do for your country. This is an example of surrendership in the world. Suppose you live, you live in the United States, and as a United States citizen, you are citizens, right? Good. As United States citizens, you should not be like, oh, America should give me this benefit. No. Instead, you should be like, what can I get America? How can I make America a better place? That is what John F. Kennedy is showing on his side, okay? Now, what is surrendership? Let's break that down. To give up completely or agree to forego, especially in favor of another, to give oneself up into another power. Pretty much giving yourself up, becoming selfless, living for someone or something else. That is surrendership, okay? Now let's take a look at the spiritual side, because you asked, how can it help you in the spiritual path? Very good question. In spiritual or religious settings, surrendership often signifies a deep voluntary act of submission to a divine power, letting go of ego or personal desires in favor of faith or trust in a higher being. So what you're doing is you're giving up your desires, your ego for Bhagwan, Puja Guruji, Santo and Bhakto. That's surrendership. Okay? Now, what is John F. Kennedy's quote? Ask not what your country can do for you, but what you can do for your country. I kind of changed it up a little bit, okay? This is, since you asked the spiritual side of it, this is what I want you to take out of it. Ask not what Loyadham can do for you. Ask what you can do for Loyadham. Do you understand? Mahara mate, it's okay if I speak Gujarati a little bit? I have some old people sitting in front of me, that's why. Yeah, thank you. Mara mate Loyadhame શું કર્યું એમ નહીં. મેં લોયાધામ માટે શું કર્યું? મારા માટે લોયાધામે શું કર્યું? મારા માટે લોયાધામે જોબ શોધી આપી. મારા માટે લોયાધામે કંઈક સેટિંગ કરી દીધું. સેટિંગ meaning marriage. That's what they call it in India. Yeah. મારા માટે લોયાધામે ફાઇનાન્શિયલી હેલ્પ કર્યા. મારા માટે લોયાધામે મારા કિડ્સને સેટ કરી દીધા? નહીં. This is a selfish motive involved, okay? But on the other side, મેં લોયાધામ માટે શું કર્યું? મેં લોયાધામ માટે કેટલું સમર્પણ કર્યું? મેં લોયાધામ માટે કેટલી સેવા કરી? મેં લોયાધામ માટે હું કેટલો જીવ્યો લોયાધામ માટે? મારા એક એક શ્વાસ લોયાધામ માટે કેટલા લીધા? This is selfish, or no, selfless. And the first one I gave you examples of is selfish. Surrendershipમાં selflessness છે. અને સ્વાર્થ or selfish motive is in the world. જ્યાં સમર્પણ છે ત્યાં selflessness છે. જ્યાં સમર્પણ છે ત્યાં સ્વાર્થ નથી. You're living for someone else, not yourself. Do you understand? તો હવે ક્વેશ્ચન થાય આ કોટમાંથી. Ask not what Loyadham can do for you, but what you can do for Loyadham. તો Loyadham એટલે શું? શ્રીજી ભગત, Loyadham એટલે શું?
Loyadham is like what we're surrendered to.
Okay. Jay Bhagat, what is Loyadham? Loyadham એટલે શું?
Loyadham is like a home to me.
Okay, good. Well, usually what people think, Loyadham એટલે એક જગ્યા, a place. In India, Surendranagar, by there's a village called Loya. That's Loyadham. Some people think Loyadham is an organization. Okay? These are all correct. I'm not saying they're not. But Loyadham એટલે શું? Loyadham એટલે ઠાકોરજી મહારાજ. Loyadham એટલે આપણી ગુરુ પરંપરા. Loyadham એટલે પૂજ્ય ગુરુજી. અને Loyadham એટલે સંતો અને ભક્તો. Loyadham એકલું સ્થાન નથી. Loyadham is not only just a place located in India. Loyadham is not an organization that is filed under non-profit businesses. Okay? Loyadham એકલું નથી. Loyadham છે ઠાકોરજી મહારાજ, ગુરુ પરંપરા, ગુરુજી અને સંતો અને ભક્તો. Let me read it to you again now. You'll get a different perspective. Ask not what Loyadham can do for you, but what you can do for Loyadham. હે મહારાજ, હે ગુરુજી, હું તમારી 10 માળા કરીશ, પણ મને નવી ગેમ લઈ આપજો. હું મંદિરમાં, there's Moksha Bhagat sitting in front of me, and he's going to be the next one up for this webinar in a very short period of time. I'm talking to him as well, along with you guys. Hey Maharaj, હું છે ને એ મંદિરમાં 1 કલાક સેવા કરી આપું તો બ્રોલ સ્ટાર્સમાં ટ્રોફીઝ લઈ આપજો. ઇઝ that what it, am I getting this right? બ્રોલ બ્રધર્સ આ જે હોય તે તમારું જે રમતા હોય એવું છે ને કંઈક થોડું. હે ગુરુજી, હું તમને તમે કહો એવું હું કરીશ, પણ પપ્પાને કહો કે મને નવા કપડાં લઈ આપે. એ લોયાધામ માટે જીવ્યા ના કહેવાય, એ પોતાના માટે જીવ્યા કહેવાય. સીધી એક્ઝામ્પલ, હવે લોયાધામ માટે જીવ્યા એવી રીતે કહેવાય કે ઠાકોરજી મહારાજને અત્યારે શું જરૂર છે, ગુરુજીને અત્યારે શું જરૂર છે, ગુરુ પરંપરાને અત્યારે શું જરૂર છે, સંતોને ભક્તોને અત્યારે શું જરૂર. હલો, જય સ્વર્ણ મોક્ષ ભગત, જય સ્વામિનારાયણ સ્વામી, ઓર શ્રીજી ભગત, જય ભગત. આજે મંદિરમાં સેવા છે, આવી શકશો? સ્વામી આજે શનિવાર છે ને મને બ્રોલ બ્રધર્સનો ટાઈમ અત્યારે જ મળે છે. એને ખબર છે હું વાત કરું છું. અરે આજે જ મને ટાઈમ મળે છે અને આજે જ મને આઈપેડ મળ્યું છે અને 2 કલાક માટે અત્યારે જ આવું, પણ અત્યારે જ જરૂર છે ભગત સેવા માટે, શું કરશો? હા, વિચારવું પડશે સ્વામી. અરે મોક્ષ ભગત, અત્યારે આપણે આવતા વીકે વેબિનાર કરવાનું છે. અરે વિચારવું પડશે સ્વામી. એના કરતાં એવું કહેવાય કે હા સ્વામી થઈ જશે, તમે હિંમત આપજો, પ્રાર્થના કરજો, એવી રીતે. એ લોયાધામ માટે જીવ્યા કહેવાય. અને પેલું શરમ છે, એ તો શરમ તો બધાને હોય. Shri Bhagat, Jay Bhagat, you didn't have saram before when you joined the first time? થોડી તો શરમ આવતી હતી ને? Say yes, say yes, say yes, 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 say yes, yes. Yeah, see, yes, see. They're older, that's why. I mean, but when the younger kids come, they're very like shy and they're afraid of talking on the live, but there's no one looking at you. It's just you and me. If you think about it, just me and you, okay? Let's think about that. Anyways, going back to the topic, Loyadham ekle Thakurji Maharaj, Guru Parampara, Guruji, Santo and Bhakto. Now, let's go to the Vachanamrut Shriji Bhagat to get a little advanced knowledge in. Gadada, last chapter 13th. Moreover, since we have offered our mind, body and wealth to God, then now only the will of God is our prarabdha, meaning destiny. Besides that, there is no other destiny for us. I'm going to read it one more time. Moreover, since we have offered our mind, body, and wealth to God, then now only the will of God is our destiny. Besides that, there is no prarabdha, meaning destiny for us. Now, the question is, how can you surrender to Loyadham? Well, Bhagwan says it in this Vachanamrut. Tan, man, and dhan. Body, mind, and wealth. 3 ways to surrender yourself to Loyadham. Are you following me so far? Everything is okay? Clicking in place? Awesome. Great. All right. Number 1, body. Mandir Sabhas. Mandir Sabhas. We have everyone every week. This is Florida Mandir, but every week wherever we go, we should attend sabhas. If we do not have a center or a place to attend sabhas, then we should join in live katha. That's the same thing. But as you bhaktos do, so I'm okay, but you should use your body to attend sabhas and take labh of katha varta, which you bhaktos are doing, so you're good on that. Next, doing seva for Loyadham. I mean, at the age of 66, our Puja Guruji here is seen serving santos. Yeah, that's Shrikant. Thank you so much for that, Guruji. Very nice, but you see Puja Guruji is serving, again, one more time, Puja Santo like this, and this is at the age of 66. Now, this is not only a one-time thing. He's doing this, or has done this many times. In the same way, when you come to Mandir, your body should be used for seva. I know you guys do a great job with the photo video, right? The photo video. Jay Bagat plays the keyboard, yes? that's good. Using the fingers for Loyadham. Love it. Great. And Shriji Bhagat using the vocals for Loyadham. Awesome. Very good. And using your video and photo skills for Loyadham. So you guys are awesome on the Seva as well. But one thing I have to tell you that you must attend through the body is our Muktanand Swami's Utsav, which is coming up in December in a year or less than a year. And I'm sure you'll be coming, but I still want to tell everyone who's listening that your winter break, Bhaktos, as I have observed, starts on December 19th. Everyone. 2025. Utsav starts on 21, just 2 days after. So even if you have to attend the last week of school, which don't make you do anything, if you have to attend, then on the 19th, I recommend telling your parents to book the ticket at nighttime. Itiyad does fly at nighttime, yes? Yeah. So then you can take labh of the Utsav when it starts. This is not an option. This is a must. But I think most of your parents are very, very on board with this. Shriji Bhagat, are we attending? Yes. He's like, I gotta ask my dad. Yeah, but I'm attending. Jay Bhagat, are we attending? Yes. Who doesn't want a vacation in India where it's infested with stuff? Moksha Bhagat, are we attending? He knows only, right? But he's attending. Trust me, he's attending. And it comes with the package. Tan man dhan. So deh thi, body thi, Muktamuni Utsav ma aisu, to apne Loyadham ne samarpana chiye. Do you understand? So that's the body. That's one knocked out. Number 2, mind. This is very important. No doubts in Thakurji Maharaj, Guru Parampara, Guruji, Santo, or Loyadham. No doubts. You know, let me give you an example of doubt, okay? Bhagwan to અહીંયા છે. ઠાકોરજી મહારાજ પણ બોલતા નથી, હલતા નથી, ચાલતા નથી. ઘનશ્યામ મહારાજ સિંહાસનમાં ઊભા છે, પણ he never says anything to me. છે કે ખાલી સ્ટેચ્યુ છે? આને ડાઉટ કહેવાય. ખ્યાલ આવ્યો? ગુરુજી એના અંદર ડાઉટ કેવું? યાર ગુરુજી આપણે મોટા પુરુષ છે કે નહીં? આને ડાઉટ કહેવાય. કે હું પ્રાર્થના કરું છું ગુરુજીને કે મને પ્લેસ્ટેશન લઈ આપો, પ્લેસ્ટેશન લઈ આપો, પ્લેસ્ટેશન લઈ આપો, પણ લાવતા નથી, તો ગુરુજી સાંભળતા હશે કે નહીં સાંભળતા હોય? સંતોમાં કે લોયાધામમાં ડાઉટ? નો, બેડ. માઇન્ડથી સમર્પણ થવું એને કેવું હોય? આ એક વિડીયોથી તમને બતાવું.
It an object, some of the colors will be absorbed by it and other colors will be reflected by it. Those colors that are reflected by the object travel to your eyeball and are interpreted by your brain. What this means is that if you see a red fire truck, then that object has reflected red light into your eyes, but it has absorbed all of the other colors of light that have hit it. Human beings do not see every possible wave of light that exists. Instead, there is a narrow range of light that we can see, and that is dependent on the frequency and wavelength of the light. If you imagine looking at a beach ball floating on the waves in the ocean, frequency tells us how fast the ball is going up and down, while the wavelength tells us the distance between the top of two waves. For humans, the visible light spectrum lies between violet light and red light. But there are other types of light that we know of that we cannot see with our eyes, but we can detect, like X-rays, ultraviolet light and infrared light. So, why is air invisible? Since our eyes can only see within a very narrow range on the color spectrum, anything that we are able to see must be reflecting light that fits within that range. For air, it turns out that the colors that are able to be reflected do not lie in that visible range. If humans were capable of seeing those particular reflections, our field of vision would be constantly disrupted by the air in front of us. Every day would be like living in the middle of a giant cloud. And because of this, our eyes evolved in such a way that we do not see the air around us. Thanks for watching. Stay tuned for more awesome stuff. Do like
But ever since you're young, you're taught that what are we breathing? Shriji Bhagat, what's the name of it? What's the name of the element?
Oxygen.
Jay Bhagat?
Oxygen.
આપણે શું લઈએ છે? ઓક્સિજન. તો એમાં ડાઉટ થાય છે? Did you ever doubt your professor, teacher, or whoever taught you that this is not oxygen, this is carbon? Or this is not carbon, this is another element. Doubt કોઈ દિવસ થયો? ના થયો ને? કોઈ કીધું નથી તોય doubt ના થયો ને? કેમ? Because you trust. Where there is trust, there is no doubt. Where there is doubt, there is no trust. In the same way, Samarpan through the mind is no doubts, only trust. Do you understand? If that's possible, then only will you be able to surrender your mind. Shriji Bhagat, Jay Bhagat, all of you Bhaktos watching. Nonetheless, it's very important to say that our mind is always going to be changing. We go to school, we hear things from our friends that are not religious. We go to school, we learn in classes about world religions and other religions that might kind of take your religion down. Yes? We make friends or have people that we know that might teach you something that might develop doubts in Bhagwan. But the only solution for that is trust. Nonetheless, your experiences with Maharaj, Guruji, Santo and Bhakto, that is also very important. So just like how you trust that you're breathing oxygen, you should also trust in Thakurji Maharaj, Guruji, Santo and Bhakto. And finally, wealth, which you do not have. Yeah, I can say that. You do not have any wealth. How much wealth do you have? Do you have a bank account? Shriji Bhagat, you don't have bank accounts. You probably have like a piggy bank or something like that, right? With a little, or like a wallet with a couple of dollars inside. Anyway. But what does that mean? Well, you don't have to give $10,000, $15,000. But save your parents' money by not asking for expensive electronics, games, and give that savings to Loyadham. Yes? That doesn't mean you have to do it every time. I understand you're a householder. You have to live. Yeah. Enjoy, buy the Brawl Stars trophies, skins. Is that right? Am I getting this right? Yeah? Yeah, a little bit. Buy the skins and the other stuff, whatever you buy with it. Yeah. And sometimes you say, oh, something is coming out, but I don't want it. I want to give this $10 to Mandir, to Loyadham. That's wealth. You're surrendering through your wealth because you guys are kids. But I have an ultimate example of one Bagat. He's only 8 or 9 years old, I think. And that's Love Bagat right here. Now he himself has a piggy bank it's an L-shaped piggy bank called Loyadham, and whatever money he gets for doing some kind of chores, may it be, washing the dishes or, doing mopping or whatever, doing anything, he puts that money that Pinak Bhagat gives him or his mother into his piggy bank. What he does after, how I found this out was when we went to his house to do thar. I was told about this and I saw this and I'm like, oh, this is great. Great example. So then what he does is when it gets filled up, then he empties it out, brings it to Mandir and puts it in the Galapeti. Even an 8 or 9-year-old boy can do this. Then why can we not save money from buying skins? He's like, oh God. He's like, I'm getting burned here. But I'm not trying to burn you here. I'm just trying to give you an example. But this is Love Bhagat. He's just showing us. I told his father to take a photo of, how it is. So this is how it is. This is how he saves money and then he gives it to Mandir. So give him a round of applause for doing this. He's only 8 or 9 years old. This is great. Love it. Good job, love Bagat. I hope you're watching. Keep it up and keep filling the piggy bank. We need a lot here. So that's it. What hasn't Loyadham done for us? It has done everything for us. It's given us good morals. It's keeping us out of trouble. You know, it's teaching us piano and singing. Even if your teachers are teaching you, but kind of like Mukund Bagat is all over your grill. I understand. You know, yeah, I know how it is. Loyadham, what hasn't? You are joining Kishore classes. Santos are dedicating their time. Santos are dedicating their time to, you know, teaching you about doing good, living a good life, more than, you know, going off into the wrong path, making the wrong friends. We don't want any of that. So Loyadham is doing everything for you. Now it's just time for you to earn Rajipo and surrender your life through mind, body, and wealth to Loyadham. I hope that answers your question, Shriji Bhagat. Yes? All good?
Yes, sir.
Awesome. Thank you so much. Moving on to Jay Bhagat's question. Jay Bhagat, fire away.
So my question is, how can we develop blind faith in Bhagwan, Santo, and Guruji?
Awesome. How can we develop blind faith in God, Santo, and Guruji? Your question similarly goes with Bhagat's question, but I have a twist to it, okay? So first and foremost, spirituality and science do not mix. They're both opposites. It's like oil and water. It's like oil and water. Do oil and water mix? No matter even if you put it in a blender, is it going to mix? It's going to just become different, right? In the same way, science is kind of like you doing an experiment and expecting results right in front of you, which happens. And spirituality is no results in front of your eyes. It's just a waiting game. You see the difference? Let's go to the science part. How do you say? Well, I'm sure you've done labs, or I think you'll do labs since you're in high school, yeah? Let's take a look. Go ahead regarding science. Let's take a look at this video on how science gives results.
Metal that's a liquid at room temperature, and something that I've always wanted to do was to try making it solid. To do this, I just have to add some liquid nitrogen to a dish and wait for it all to cool down. Now, it looks like it's good to go, and I can pour in some of the mercury. This is a few minutes later, and it's definitely solid. I really have no idea what to do with it though, and I think it might be cool to just melt it again.
This is science, Jay Bhagat, Shriji Bhagat. It shows results in front of your eyes. You mix two chemicals together and it'll show something else. You put two liquids together and it'll blow or make a smoke, whatever. So from there, you can believe I did it with this and this, I mixed this and this happened. You're seeing results in front of your eyes. On the other hand, spirituality, no results immediately. It's a waiting game. But patience is a virtue. Never lose patience. The best things in life happen slowly and unexpectedly. Understood? Never lose patience. Oh, Bhagwana darshan nathi thata. Or I do this, I'm doing puja, or Mansi Puja, but I keep having thoughts of everything else besides Bhagwan. Or when I read or do something spiritual, my mind goes on ESPN sports and NFL and MLB and NBA, stuff like that. Yes? એવું થાય ને? થાય. But Bhagwan says in the Vachanamrut, keep making an effort, and one day it will happen. Religion is something that you have to wait in life for, but the fruits are extremely high and permanent. On the other hand, science, you get results in front of you, but what are you going to do with those results? You mix two liquids together and it forms a chemical or smoke. What are you going to do with the smoke? Nothing. It's gone. It's just there. In religion, you do bhajan, you do mara, you do readings, you attend sabhas, kishore sabhas, you sing in front of Maharaj. You do a lot of things, that's religion. You do dandavats, pradakshinas, you follow your parents' instructions, you do a lot of things. Yet you're not seeing any results because blind faith. Spirituality is blind. Let me give you an example, Jay Bagat. Have you ever been on a plane before? Very, very weird question. Yeah, everyone has. Great. Have you been to India? Yeah, good. What plane did you go on, by the way, when you went to India? You don't have to think much. It's Air India.
I think it was Kuwait.
Kuwait Airways. Okay, good. So, how fast was your plane going? Keep it unmuted. How fast was your plane going?
I'm not sure.
Like 600 average, yeah? 550,
Probably.
550, 600. How high were you? You don't watch that thing? The screen?
Yeah, I know.
Yeah, everyone watches the screen.
36,000 or something, close to that.
36,000 feet in the air going about 600 miles per hour. Is that correct? Yes. So, you ever look out the window?
Yeah,
What do you see?
the clouds.
Clouds. Do you feel like you're going 600 miles per hour?
No.
Do you feel like you're 39,000 feet in the air?
Yeah.
That's weird. I can't even guesstimate. You're 30. But do you feel like you're going 600 miles per hour?
Yeah.
Like, can you
I
feel
know.
Can you feel it? No. If you're
No.
in a car, you can tell you're going 30 miles per hour, 40, 50, right? 60.
Yes.
But when you're in a plane, can you tell you're going 600 miles per hour?
No.
No. In the same way, in satsang, you're going very fast, but you can't tell because you're sitting inside the plane. But for those people who are outside the plane, can tell that person is going very fast. In the same way, spirituality does not give results right away. But the people who are your surroundings can tell that you're getting results, your nature is changing. For example, you used to get angry a lot before, is that correct? That was a shot in the air. I don't even know if he gets angry or not.
No.
No, huh? You don't get angry at all? So,
I do.
yeah, you do. Before, did you get angry a lot?
Not really.
Probably. What is something that you did before that you don't do right now?
I get upset when my mom tells me something.
Yes. But you know why that's happening? Not because you're getting older, but because you're in satsang. Your swabhavs, your nature is becoming down. It's becoming better. Because of Zoom classes that Santos teach you, because of Mandir Seva, because of you talking with Santos, because you having a relationship with Puja Guruji, all those elements play a factor. And due to that, before you used to get upset a lot, but now you don't get upset that much. That shows that you're actually going very fast, but you don't know it. Your results are in front of your eyes, but you can't see them. Okay? Moving on. In spiritual context, blind faith refers to unwavering belief or trust in a spiritual principle, doctrine, deity, or authority without seeking evidence. No evidence. Without seeking evidence, rational justification, or personal understanding. It often implies accepting teachings or practices purely on the basis of tradition, authority, or cultural norms, without critical thinking or questioning. Very, very, very important. Critical thinking or questioning. How many of you have a lot of questions in your mind? Jay Bagat, you have a lot of questions in your mind? Like, they just keep popping one by one.
No.
No, not that much?
No.
It's pretty dormant up there, yeah?
Yeah.
Khali છે એમ? ખાલી તો નથી ને? ખાલી છે?
Nothing.
No, થોડુંક છે, ભરેલું છે થોડુંક. Little bit?
Yeah.
Good, good. Thank you, thank you. Shri Bhagat, you? A lot of questions?
Yeah.
Yeah, huh. Like a lot?
It honestly depends on like something, what's happening at that moment.
Right, but they do come about. Is that correct?
Yeah, they come. Yeah.
That's not blind faith. That's called logic. Where there is blind faith, there is no logic. Where there is logic, there is no blind faith. It's opposite. North Pole, South Pole, yes? Heads, tails, A and Z. Like, do you want to should I keep giving you examples? I think you got it. But pretty much they're both opposites. Now going back to Jay Bhagat. Do you ever have doubts in taxi drivers, Jay Bhagat? Have you sat in a taxi before? Uber or a regular taxi? India, rickshaw.
Yeah.
Oh, are rickshaw, my favorite. Three-wheeler, huh? How are your experiences in this rickshaw ride? You like it?
Well, it's very unstable.
Agreed. Very unstable, yeah. Do you feel like the guy knows what he's doing or no? Like the driver?
Depends. I don't know.
Yeah, depends, yeah. It depends if he's, total.
Yeah.
You get what I'm saying? Yeah. Anyways, but you still trust him and sit in his rickshaw, is that correct?
Yeah.
And you expect him to take you from point A to point B in that small 3-wheel wagon. Is that correct?
Yeah.
Yes. You don't ever ask him his name, do you?
No.
No. You don't ever ask him if he is a lawful citizen, do you?
No.
You don't ask him if he does drugs or drinks alcohol, do you?
No.
But you trust him that he'll send you from point A to B, correct?
Yeah.
Checkmate. Moving on to the second point. Doctors, love them. We have a lot of them. But when they write prescriptions, they just scribble. You don't understand that, do you? Do you read that scribble?
No.
So suppose you go to the doctors, you say your head hurts. He's like, yeah, blah, 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 take this. And he gives it to you, like, go to your pharmacist, get the medicine. Is that correct?
Yeah.
Yeah. And then do you ever read the prescription?
No.
No. And then you give it to the pharmacist and you get the medicine and now it's printed, right? It's printed on the label, right? Like whatever the medicine is. And then do you ever search it up ever? Like this dava or this medicine is, what does it do or anything like that?
Sometimes.
Sometimes, but not like very often, right? You just take it,
No.
right?
Yeah.
Morning, night, and day, you take it without any kind of doubt, correct?
Yeah.
Yes? Checkmate again. In final checkmate, I bring you to the plains. Back to the plains. Yes, Jay Bagat. Let's play the video. And then we will get back to my example. Look at these guys. Just look. Yeah, it's fine. These are professional plane pilots driving a commercial airline. I don't know what it is, what airline, but look at them. There's a co-pilot on the right, the main pilot on the left, the wingman in the backside, and it's just they're flying their plane here. This is how a cockpit looks like, and pretty much, pressing buttons, steering wheel. It's not really a wheel, and you have the lever in the middle, And there you go. It's about to land, and then check that out. Awesome. This is what they do. They land, they put the propellers up, the flaps, slow the plane down, and that's it. 39,000 feet in the air in Kuwait Airways going to India. Do you remember that? 600 miles per hour. Do you remember that? No. But you do remember the trip, right? Inside the plane. Did you ever go and ask the plane pilot his name? Did you ever ask him how much flight experience he has? Did you ever ask him if he's a lawful citizen of the United States? Did you ask him if he's drunk alcohol in the last 48 hours? Still, we put our life in the hands of a pilot who takes us up to 39,000 feet, 600 miles per hour, and lands us down in India. Is that correct? That's blind faith. Do you understand? You didn't have to ask him his name. You didn't have to ask him his credentials. You don't even know if he's married. You don't know if he has kids. You don't know if, what's his favorite hobby. Nothing. You don't know anything about him. You haven't even seen his face. Is that correct? Yet you believe and you trust that that plane will leave JFK and will land in Ahmedabad, as they call it, within 24 hours. Is that correct? That's called blind faith, Jay Bagat. And how do you develop it? Just like how you have it for plane pilots and cab drivers and doctors. You don't think, you just do, right? You don't think, you just do it, right? In the same way, no thinking about Bhagwan, Santo, and Guruji. This is Bhagwan, this is Guruji, and these are Santos, they're mine. That's it. No thinking, just doing. Just like how you don't think about doctors' medicine prescribed, you don't think about cab drivers, the freaky rickshaw driver guy that you're talking about, or you don't even refer to these plane pilots. In the same way, no thinking when it comes to Bhagwan, Guruji, and Santo. Just doing what they say. Final example. I got a picture here. The Kohinoor diamond. Oh, lovely. Love diamonds. Guruji loves diamonds. Everyone loves diamonds. The Kohinoor diamond weighs 21.6 grams and is 105.6 metric carat diamond. Largest cut diamond in the world. Its price is priceless. It does not have a value. That's how great this diamond is. And it's inside of the Queen of England's crown, okay? Now, suppose there is a big wall in front of you. Right there in Piscataway, where you live. There's a big wall, and behind that wall, there's this Kohinoor diamond, okay? You following? Now, you don't know if there's a Kohinoor diamond or not. But Guruji comes to your house like he came, right? And he said, Jai Bhagat, Ani pache Kohinoor diamond chem, this wall. You've been through that wall many times, inside of the room, outside. There's a wall inside your home, right? Walls. So you know that there is nothing like that inside your room or inside that room. There is no diamond. But who's saying it? That's very important. Guruji says that before Guruji, let's say Chirayu Bhagat, your father, he says, Jai Bhagat, Jai Beta. I think, is that what they call you? Yeah. Is there nicknames there? Jai Beta or no? Just straight Jai? Jai Bhagat? I like that. That's good. All you parents out there, Moksh, no Moksh. Moksh Bhagat. And Moksh, Alpesh, no Alpesh. Alpesh Bhagat. Understand? You don't understand. He's so shy. He's such a shy kid. But saying that, Shriji Bagat, Shruti Bagat, yes? I like that, Jai Bagat. So with that, if Chidai Bhagat comes and he's like, Jai Bhagat, atari room ni andar je kohino diamond padyo se lai aina. What do you believe him? What would you say to him? This is great. What would you say to him? Su tame ko. આજે જમવામાં કંઈક આવી ગયું છે કે શું? શું તમે કહો?
I'd be like, why are you lying?
Why are you lying? You would ask that, huh?
Yeah.
Yes, and he's like,
Or like, what are you talking about?
huh? What?
Or like, what are you talking about?
What are you talking about? What if he's like, he says, I'm not lying in his language. I'm not lying. Then what would you say?
I'd take you into the room and show him.
Yeah, show me, right? That's what you would say?
Yeah.
Shriji Bhagat, same situation with you. Shriji Bhagat says, Kohinoor diamond hai, room ni andar, jalayai. See the tone difference? You like that? I'm improvising. Yes. I hope he's watching this. What would you say?
I just know he's like lying. I wouldn't even go in the room.
You would not go in the room, right? You would just be like,
Yeah.
Jao dono hath na ave, sui jao, tamaro kaam karo, nahi? But
Yeah.
what if he's like, I'm not lying? Then
I'll be like, show me.
show me, right? Same answer. In the same way, you need proof. You can't believe it right off the bat because it's logic. Because you know there is no Kohinoor diamond behind the wall. It's in the Queen's crown in England. But if Guruji said that Thakurji Maharaj is not a statue, he's real. He gives darshan, he talks, he does everything. If we have blind faith, then we would believe immediately. And we would do bhakti, so Bhagwan would show us himself as he is. If we had logic, then we would be like, it's just like a statue. Guruji is just saying this. It's not real. But remember what I said. Where there is logic, there is no blind faith. Where there is blind faith, there is no logic. You have to lock your buddhi. Pujaniskam Swami says many times, so we have our soul. Yes, everyone has a soul. We have our intelligence, which is buddhi. We have our mind, which is consciousness. And then we have us, ourself. So the order of operations, you guys learned that in mathematics? Yes? Order of operations? Yes. Whatever order you do it in, it's very important to solve the equation. In the same way, right now our buddhi is always in front of us. Our intelligence is pulling us. Whatever we learn, we follow. But that's the problem in religion. What you have to do is put your intelligence behind and put your soul, which never lies, which has Bhagwan and Guruji inside of it, in front of everything. Put your soul in front, put your intelligence, your mind, everything else behind it. Don't think with the mind. Believe with the heart. That's what blind faith is, Jai Bhagat. Yes? In order to develop blind faith in God, you must develop blind faith in the Akantik Satpurush in the form of Puja Guruji. Once you develop blind faith in his words, automatically you will develop blind faith in Bhagwan. After going to first grade, you can only go to second, and after that, third. You cannot skip from the first grade and go to ninth grade. Not possible. So your answer, your final answer, is trust. To develop blind faith in God, Santo, and Guruji, have trust in them. Even the dollar sign, or dollar bill says in the back, in God we trust. Have you seen that? Have you read that? In the same way, your answer is trust. And trust does not have eyes. Trust is blind. That's all you have to do, is just trust. Just like how you trust those plane pilots and that freaky rickshaw driver that we were talking about, and the doctors, in the same way, trust Maharaj, trust Guruji, trust Santo. Yes? I hope that answers your question. Any questions at all, Bhaktos, at all? All good? Thank you so much for joining our Q&A webinar. It was fantastic having you. You guys are second timers, is that correct? Okay, awesome. Thank you so much for joining. Wish you the best in studies and also in your spiritual path. Keep surrendering to Loyadham. Keep doing seva of Maharaj, Guruji, Santo and Bhakto. May Maharaj, Guruji, Santo and Bhakto do the best for you. And I pray to Bhagwan that Moksha Bhagat joins us next week on our Q&A. Jai Swaminarayan.